Hello, how are you? This is Les Brown. This is Mamie Brown's baby boy. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. I've got a message for you. I want to say welcome to the world, to Arabella. Arabella, she came in at 4 a.m., 4:14 a.m. this morning, and she's a proud, beautiful daughter of Jacob and Lauren Salem. So we want to welcome her. I've been looking forward to seeing her, and I cannot wait. She's a little queen, just showed up at 4:14 this morning. 2 times 7 is 14. You know, 7 is my lucky number. And I want to ask you, I want you to share with people that you know that are into positive messages, or someone that you know that might be interested. I don't know if you saw the one I did yesterday. I did one yesterday where I'd like for you, if it was about 14 hours ago, if you haven't seen it, it's called Get Your Affairs in Order. I want you to see that Facebook I did, that Facebook message entitled Get Your Affairs in Order. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it, and I want you to share it with other people. Right now, I want you to like the page and share it, like it and share it with other individuals. One of the things that I know when you're working on a goal and dream, and one of the things that happens to you is that sometimes you can become so discouraged and so depressed and be in a place of weakness because things don't happen when you want them to happen. Sometimes I have people ask, when will a dream happen? I say, when will a baby walk? It will walk when it walks, and some walk sooner than others. When will it talk? It will talk when it talks. I remember one of my nephews was going through a tough time, and I gave him some of my motivational messages, and I said, listen to this. I said, first of all, you want to change your situation. I said, you got to change you, because your situation comes out of you. You got to work on your mind. He said, oh, no, I just need some money. No. Listen to me. Listen to your uncle. I'm telling you, this is what I know. I know what works. You've been on the planet 35 years less than me. Is it possible that I might know a little bit more than what you know, considering how long you've been here, that I might have gained some experience and that can be a benefit to you? Yeah, that's right, Uncle. Good. So I gave him some of my, at that time, cassette tapes to listen to. He listened to them for about 3 weeks and came back to me. He said, take these tapes back. He said, they don't work. I said, they don't work? What are you talking about? I listened to them every day for 3 weeks and nothing changed. I said, no, it's not that kind of party. But I had to laugh to myself because I remember when I decided that I was going to really get in good shape and build a strong six-pack, and I went to this store where they had sporting goods, and I bought this sit-up board. And the reason I bought the sit-up board, because you could also elevate it and your head be down and your legs go up and can intensify the setups. So after having it for 2 months, I took it back. And the guy said, is there a problem? I said, yes. He said, what is it? I said, the board does not work. He said, doesn't work? He said, did you get on it? Now, he thought he was asking me some earth-breaking question. I said, yes, I got on it. And I got on it every day. He said, oh. He said, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. I said, just want my refund, and I'll probably look at something else. And he gave it to me. Now, what he should have done was ask me, what did you do when you got on it? Well, when I roll out of bed, I sat on it, and I ate and watched television. That's why it did not work. Because I wasn't working yet. So when my nephew told me, he said, your tapes don't work, I understood exactly what he did. I want you to like this page and share it. Like this page and share it. Because I'm going to talk to you about when the drought comes, and you might be in a drought. There are periods in your life that stuff happens, and sometimes a short period, but sometimes it's a long period, like 40 days in the wilderness. I don't know if you've ever had your wilderness experience or you are going through a wilderness experience right now. This message is for you. And this is a time where when you're going through this wilderness experience, you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. When you're going through this wilderness experience and life is tossing and turning you every which way, as Mama would say, it is a challenge just to maintain your sanity, just to hold on, just not to give out, just not to surrender, just not to retreat into a dark place and let your guard down. You don't have the option of doing that. And sometimes that will be the loudest voice you will hear. Just give up, because life starts piling on you, and so many things are coming at you. I went through a period in my life. There was a time, it had happened in a series of months. I had nationally syndicated talk show that was canceled. I was married and went through a public divorce. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer and died. My best friend Boo was waiting on a liver transplant and he died. And I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I mean, just life just kept throwing stuff at me. And I remember having an MRI and talking to myself, because I'm overcoming the feeling of claustrophobia. When I was a kid, bigger guys playing with little kids in the backyard in Overtown in Miami, and they locked me in a refrigerator, and they were laughing and joking. I was beating on the door, and at that time they didn't have a device where you can open the door from the inside. And they were laughing because I was crying and screaming, and my mother couldn't hear me. And then they left. And there I was in this refrigerator, and breathing was very difficult, and I passed out. And Mr. and Mrs. Curry, an old couple that lived there in the area of what is now gone, called Good Bread Alley and Bucket the Blood. I mean, these are wooden houses that used to exist in Overtown. They ran the expressway through that to break up the political power that existed in Miami at that time, that block vote. At any rate, I could hear Miss Curry say, Leslie. And she said to her husband, you know what? I remember him being out here, and I think they left him in that refrigerator. And she came and opened the door. My back was on the refrigerator, and I fell out. I was still breathing. And that experience seemed like every time I go for an MRI, that visual comes back. And they have to sedate me to get me to go in. And one time, while they waited so long, the sedation wore off and I was in there. In fact, that was about 6 weeks ago. They gave me MRI. I scooted out the other end. Scooted out. I said, hey. They said, you all right? I said, no, I'm not. And I scooted out the other end. So guess what they had to do as they were trying to comfort me? I said, I think y'all need to call the janitorial staff because I left y'all a little gift in there. I'm sorry. Who tells these type of things? You can't make this stuff up. I'm sorry. I got issues. I told you I got issues. Okay. I got problems. Okay. All right. So, you know, the last time I went by the Cleveland Clinic, they had that machine on the side of the building. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I promise to be good. I promise to be good. Okay. I promise. Okay. Let me calm myself down. Whatever. So I don't know how I got on that. But here's what I'm saying. That you're going to go through some stuff. You're going to go through some stuff. I come to know that in life you either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. Why, Les? That's the way it's set up. A friend of mine, she works with a very famous actress, and she said that God loves drama. I said, come on, why do you say that? She said he does. Every chapter in the Bible, she said, there's some drama somewhere. He loves drama. And so I've had my share, and I just came out recently, and I feel so blessed. I feel so good. Willie Jolly, he sent me an interview he did with a gentleman who had throat cancer, and just listening to him, it just gave me so much hope and inspiration. And one of the things I suggest to you when you're going through a tough time, even though the conscious mind does not want to be transformed, the conscious mind is governing your behavior, but 95% of your behavior comes out of the unconscious mind. And so when you're going through a tough time, what do, Les? Listen to me, particularly my voice and other people's voices too. Listen to them, because what it will do is it will begin to help you to reframe how you see your life. Why do you call psychiatrists shrinks? Now, this is my belief. I believe they call a psychiatrist a shrink because they help you to put in perspective and shrink what you're looking at and put it in a way in which you can see yourself handling it and see yourself being on the other side of it. Because over this year, things are going to happen to you, or they're going to happen to people that you care about. I mean, that's just the way it is. At least 3 tragedies you will experience personally, or someone that you care. 3 people that you care about will experience some type of tragedy. And when it happens to them, if they're your children or relative or somebody close to you, it also has collateral effect. It will impact you as well. All right. So what do we do? Well, one of the things that you do is listen to things that are positive, things that can build your spirit, things that will inspire you, things that will help you to see that Robert Schuller had a point. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Things that will allow you to come from a place of power and say, this has not come to stay, it has come to pass. It's not here to stay, set up camp. No, it appears like that, but it's come to pass. You have to listen to stuff to be reminded that you are able, you are capable to overcoming this. You're made in the likeness and image of God. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. And you have to be reminded of that in a world where you're told more about your limitations rather than your potential for overcoming that. That's one thing. So and I encourage you, if you haven't seen it, and if you have, go back and see it again until you are producing results. There's a presentation I give called Getting Unstuck. Getting Unstuck. That's one. The other one's called It's Possible. And I encourage you to watch them 21 days straight. There's another one called Les Brown Speaking in the Georgia Dome. Yes, watch that over and over again. Now, here's another thing. That as you look at yourself and look at where you are and what you're going through, check out who's in your space. See, you have an energy signature. And if you're around people who compromise your energy, if you're around people that they're not your people, that you're out of alignment. See, there's some people that are not your people. The guy was telling me the other day about his nephew that he wanted me to talk with him. And I said, tell me something about him. And he was telling me about he was very heavy into hip hop and who were some of the people that he loves to listen to. And one of the people he loves is
is Tony Robbins, who's a great guy. Tony can be considered arguably the #1 motivational speaker on the planet. Love his work. However, we differ when it comes to profanity. And so this young guy, he is one of these millenniums, and so he thrives off Tony's stuff. Tony did a thing on Netflix, and this young guy, he said he wanted me to mentor him, and when I went to hear him speak, it was just filled with profanity. I said, he's not a part of my tribe. I said, he's wired differently than the people that I work with. No, that I must pass on this. I'm not the one. I think get in touch with Tony and other people that you know who come at an audience from that place. I'm not condemning that. All I'm saying is I don't do that. And the people that I train and the people that I share on stage, I teach the people that I train, be respectful of yourself and the language that you use. Don't use an excuse of psycho-cybernetics or shock value to get up and use the F-bomb and think that's fashionable and new millennium vocabulary. I teach young people that profanity is the strongest expression of a weak mind. That's what I teach. Now, and I'm not condemning anybody who does that. And I work with people who curse all the time. I was talking to my friend Grant Cardone. I said, Grant, stop cursing so much. He said, go to hell. I said, thank you. That's my brother from another mother. That's him. My Grant Cardone, boy, he is special. He's special. I have to pray for him. I have to take holy oil and sprinkle it on him. I have to fast for 14 days straight to talk to Grant. That's a bad boy, though. I've learned so much from him. He's a very good friend, good person. Really enjoyed speaking at his 10X conference. The invitation he gave me to speak there, had an incredible time. Met some very beautiful people. But back to what I'm sharing with you. Look at who's in your circle. Because in order to make it today, you must surround yourself with collaborative, achievement-focused, accountability partners that will help you through the tough times, and they're going to come. And be willing to ask for help. During this challenge that I've been facing, I ask for help. A lot of people won't ask for help because of pride. Pride cometh before a fall. Because of ego edging God out. Ask for help. Not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. I have a friend named Keedy. Keedy and Terry Stingley, they prepare raw food. He's a raw foodist. He's a chef. And no one can make healthy raw food taste as good as Keedy. Come on now. I mean, he does it. And so I can't do it like he does it. And I'm asking him, come stay with me for 2 or 3 weeks. It's worth it for me to invest in myself to do that. Then I'm going to take some time. I'm going back to Dr. Ronnie at Martha's Vineyard. And the help they gave me and exercising every day and preparing the food for me and the lectures and the education and the conversations that she had with me, Dr. Ronnie, who's brilliant when it comes to health, it helped me to get my mind straight. She said, I wish I could have got my father to listen to me like you. There are things that I told him that could have saved him from having amputations, but because I was his daughter, he couldn't hear it from me. Wow, do I understand that? Isn't it interesting? That the people that you would like to help, the people that are closest to you, they won't listen to you in many cases. In many cases. It's interesting. And so look at who's in your circle and ask yourself the question, who should you spend more time with and who should you spend less time with? Come on now. See, at this stage and where I am, I know I need to spend more time with my mentor, Mike Williams, because he gets me back on point. He asked me some key questions. Brownie. Yes, Mike. Brownie, listen to me. Yes, Mike. Are you on course? Yes. Are you sure? Yes, Mike. No. You're not. I'm not hearing the Les Brown that I know. I'm talking about your eating. I'm talking about your sleep. I'm talking about your stress level. I'm talking about the things that you are taking on or the things that you need to release, let go, or be dragged. Are you on course? Are you in alignment with your purpose? How you're using your time, how you use your time, it tells me who you are. How many hours have you done your Trump watch versus research on how to kick cancer's butt for the final year? You're 21-year conqueror, yes, and you say, oh, I've been fighting cancer, kicking its butt for 21 years and I ain't got tired yet. That's cute, but how about ending it? How about that? That's a bigger testimony. Yeah, Mike, this is going to be a great year. No. We don't want to talk about a great year. Let's talk about the rest of your life being the best of your life. If your later years will be better than your former years, then let's focus on making the rest of your life the best of your life, Brownie. Are you in on that? Yes, Mike. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes. You need somebody that you respect, that can speak to you and override your ego and your pride and that conversation in your head that has been given to you by the world. And thank God for him. It's just 2 years between us. Mike Williams. Download his book. Download the audio version, The Road to Your Best Stuff. Do that. Listen to his voice. The Road to Your Best Stuff. He saw this Les Brown. I did not know this Les Brown existed. He saw me at WVKO radio station in Columbus, Ohio. He saw this Les Brown, but I saw the other Les Brown. Look out, baby. This is me, LB Triple P. Les Brown, your platter playing papa. There were none before me, and there will be none after me. That was the Les Brown that I saw. But Mike, hey, Brownie. Yes, Mike. He was a newsman. He talked to me between records. You can do more than just rap. Come on, man. You got more in you, man. I do, yes. And he started sharing books with me and having conversations with me. And just 2 years between us, but he's old spirit. I'm Aquarius, he's Virgo. And that talks to me as I look back like a father. I was just telling the young man yesterday, Giorgio IV, and his father is Giorgio III. And I see them interacting, and it caused me, because being here and around them, think about what would it have been like. First, to see my father's face. I never saw his face. Next, to hear his voice. To be in his presence. I wonder what he did. I wonder what my birth mother did. What did she do, and what was her personality like, and what did I get from them? When I see my daughter, Ona Brown, I want you to go to her website, Ona. She looks like me without a beard. Like this page and share it. Like this page and share it. She looks like me without a beard. O-N-A, Ona Brown. She's a, how does she describe herself? She is a midwife, helping you to find your voice and be able to tell your story. She's a message midwife. She helps you to deliver whatever. She's there. She's going to be, in fact, I want you to go to lesbrowntraining.com. We're going to be together, lesbrowntraining.com. Mike Williams, the author of The Road to Your Best Stuff, he's going to be there. Dr. Anthony Sweeting, who I consider the greatest speaker on the planet, that influenced me. We were kids together, great orator, and he's going to be there, Dr. Anthony Sweeting, and Patrick, and Serena. But the experience that we're going to have is called Discover Your Power Voice. Let me share this with you. Your voice has a signature. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. And we take you through a process. We've never done this before, that allows you to access. There's another voice in you. See, one of the people that I admire and just love his voice is it's escaping me right now. Morgan Freeman. You know that the movie that he was in the prison. I can't think of it right now. I love that movie. That's one of my favorites. But Morgan Freeman, that's a voice. And who you are behind your words more powerful than the words that you speak. Your voice has a frequency. And so the training that we're going through here at Discover Your Power Voice, and I want you to go to lesbrowntrainingnow.com and register. Ask for Jonathan. That's one of my ambassadors. He's a bad boy. Very motivated in the message that he brings. Boy, what a story. But we work first this training on the messenger. First, see, most people, the reason that most speakers don't become successful, they spend their time and energy and focus on just working on their message. Are you feeling me? On their message. Mike Williams spent time with me. Did you see the movie Karate Kid? Wax on, wax off. Okay, it's like this. Mike, I couldn't understand. What do you mean? He said, Brownie, this is for you. This time here, I'm working on Brownie, the messenger. I'm working on you. We're going to get to what you're going to say, how you're going to deliver it, how you incorporate humor and statistics, and how you use voice modulation and create special moments with the audience. Oh, we're going to get to all that. But this right here, which does not make sense to you right now because you don't know enough. Your eyes aren't trained enough to see what I see. So you have to have someone in your life who can see what you can't see. You can't read the label if you're locked in the box. And so he saw some things that I did not see. And there's a regimen that he put me on that helped me to access my power voice. First, you work on the messenger. And then, from that level of awareness, from that place of power, then you go to the message. Because who you are behind the words, more powerful than the words that you speak. And this is not for everybody. You know, the Dale Carnegie course, which is a great course. They teach, tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. That's good. That's cute. Mike Williams said, Brownie, yes, sir. Never assume that you know what an audience wants to hear. Put more energy in listening and learning who they are than you are telling. Never assume that you know what they want to hear. Conduct communications intelligence. Every one of you who come to this conference, you're going to get an instrument that you'll be able to send to a corporation, to an organization, to a church, and get an assessment of what they want from you. And then we teach you how to deliver that and create an experience that transforms the audience individually and collectively. And as a result, they leave there feeling better about themselves, but talking about you. Would that be helpful to you? If you're building a multi-level marketing organization, being able to speak with your power voice, it will increase your prospecting, your ability to close people, your ability to motivate those that you've recruited and bring the best out of them and transform their lives. We'll teach you how to do that. Go to lesbrowntraining.com. Takes place April the 6th through the 8th in Deerfield Beach, Florida. It's going to be standing room only. I'm in a, can you tell it? Yeah, you know it. I'm in a special place. Can't wait to get to you. Now, so when you're going through some stuff, it's important for you to look at the people in your life and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? Is it strengthening me or is it compromising my power? The voices that are around you, the energy that you're in, can be the wrong frequency. There's some people that your energy just does not mesh. You showing me April 4th through the 6th? No. 6th through the 8th. Call Serena now, please. Call Valerie. She can tell you. Huh? No, you looked at my website?
It's on your website.
Call Valerie. You got to be kidding. Yeah. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. Like it and share it, okay? Now, so you got to, I want to talk about your voice has a frequency and energy. I believe in energy. And so you've got to look and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? There's a new term in psychiatry called relational illness. There's some people that can make you sick. I'm right? I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. April the 6th through the 8th. That's the date. Deerfield Beach, Florida. That's when we're doing the training. Please change that on the website for me, Giorgio. Okay? So as you look at yourself and making the commitment that 2018 is going to be your best year ever, there's some people that won't make the cut if you're serious. There's some people that you need to spend less time with if you're serious. There's some people that you've been avoiding that you should spend more time with because you can learn more from them. Dr. Dennis Waitley said that people form habits and habits create futures. So you want to be around people who have the habit of winning, the habit of doing things that represent the values that you represent. You don't want to be around people that they're into stuff that you're not into. And I can share with you because of the opportunity, how I'm changing things, the opportunity that I have now of defeating cancer in my life finally, that there are things as I have gone within, I want you to put in, get your life, get your affairs in order, and watch that. And there are 3 steps that I've taken. And as I have gone to this place to anchor myself mentally and emotionally and spiritually and visualizing and meditating, praying and affirming, and moving forward from a place of spiritual knowing. And this is beyond positive thinking. And I'm going to be all right in every area of my life. And ask for help. Not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. And I've done that. And I've got friends like Mark Anthony. I'm going to Dallas and speak for Greg Ammerman. I mean, in Atlanta, I'm going to speak for Greg Ammerman in Atlanta this Saturday, and then I'll leave there and I'll go to Austin, Texas. They got some special type of anti-cancer machine that I'm going to get on that one and go through that experience. And I got some CBD oil coming in from everywhere. And then after doing that, I will be spending some time with Don Breeden at the Sheng Auditorium in Inglewood, New Jersey. And then I'm going back to Martha's Vineyard with Dr. Ronnie. And then I got all my little herbs and stuff. I got all my little stuff. I got my ginger and I got my garlic. I got everything. I throw some. I got my vitamin D3. A big bottle. I got so much stuff. I'm choking at death. Death saying, "Look, you know what? We gotta leave this fool alone. He gonna kill everybody." I'm taking so much stuff, you know. I'm eating so much rabbit food. this. And that's my battle plan. And so that doesn't include the affirmations that I write down. I give thanks, I am healed 100% from the top of my head to the crown of my head to the bottom of my feet. I give thanks. That does not include the things that I watch, the things that I read, the things that I listen to. My prayer time, it doesn't include, I got a game plan, and this is time that I'm just spending time with me, strengthening me, connecting with me, that God presence and power in me, being still and enjoying myself. Yama said, give to yourself until your cup runneth over, and then give to others from the overflow. And I realized during this time of reflection, I've been out of alignment. I've been giving and giving and giving and depleting myself. Mama said you can't give from an empty wagon. Things that I used to do, I became so busy. That's a racket I told myself. I stopped doing. The things that got me here, I became so busy and caught up in the world. There's a line in Lift Every Voice in saying, lest our feet stray from the place, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Yeah, my feet strayed away from the place where I met God. My heart became drunk with the wine of the world. Yes, it did. Winston Churchill said, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. Ignorance may deride it, but at the end, there it is. Carlyle said, truth crushed to earth shall rise again. And my favorite book says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yeah. Like this page and share it. And I'd like to see some hearts. I love hearts, you know that. I love the hearts. And the little thumbs up, I like those too, all right? Yeah. I hope you're getting some value out of this. So back to when you're going through this experience. As I said earlier, in life, you either in a problem or just left one or just are headed toward one. At first, you got to take time out to work on your mind. I'm encouraging you to watch every video that you can find of me on YouTube. Next thing is, look at your relationships. Who is it you need to spend less time with, and who is it you need to spend more time with? Who should you count on, and who should you count out? There are people, as Kurt Nugent will say, they're always there when they need you. But when you need them, you can't find them. Okay? And the next thing is, change your environment. God said to Abraham, get up and go to a new land. You might have to go across town. You might have to go to a movie by yourself, or go for a walk in the park, or go someplace and park and read a book. But look at your environment and ask yourself the question, is this you? Does this feed your spirit? Is there a lot of craziness and clutter all around you? Because that clutter, that junk, that hoarding is a reflection of your state of mind. When I heard that, I said, oh my God, I must be totally insane. And I start getting things in order because, see, sometimes you can be in an uncomfortable, toxic, negative, confusion-filled environment so long you don't even notice it. You're unaware because you've been there so long. At first, it would offend you, it would bother you, but after a while, you get comfortable because it's in you now. I talked about Jackie Gaynor, a friend of mine who rented me an apartment by the airport in Miami. And I said, how can I see her? I can't sleep here. This plane's flying over and over and over again from Lejeune Road. Come on, Jackie. She said, Les, don't worry. Just stay long enough. You won't hear him anymore. She did not lie. And when people came to visit me, they would ask, how could you stay here with these airplanes flying over every hour? I said, what airplanes? You see why we're taught, be ye not conformed to this world? Because 95% of our behavior comes out of the unconscious mind. 95% of our negative self-talk goes undetected by the conscious mind. This is why, as you're listening to me right now, I'm doing brain surgery. I'm doing an interruption. I'm breaking through that conversation. The world said that you should conform, monkey see, monkey do. I'm breaking through that conversation that says that average is being all right and surviving is okay. I'm breaking through that and saying you've got greatness in you. No, you have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. You can reinvent yourself. You don't have to settle for life as it is. You're more than a conqueror. You're made in the likeness and image of God. You've been given dominion over everything, including your finances, including your addiction, including your proclivity to hang around people that's draining you, the emotional vampires of life. That's not who you are. Come out from among them. You know, there's some people that's good at some things, and there's some people that's not good at things. Giorgio's a very good assistant, but he should never, ever fix a smoothie again. If he ever mess up my healthy ingredients of broccoli, of beets, of ginger, if he ever touch them, of mushrooms, I'll have him taken out on a foggy morning and caned. He does not have any, look at this. He does not have a clue. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what it is. Kitty, please come. The rescue. There's not a buzz that I know that would take that on. Stop that. Behave. Whatever. Arabella, welcome to the world. You came in this morning at 4:14 a.m., weighing in at 6 pounds and a few ounces. Welcome. We welcome you here. The world has been waiting on you. She's the proud daughter of Jacob and Lauren, and we welcome her here. I hope the conversation that I'm having with you right now has had some value. I'd like for you to like it and share it, like it and share it. And if you have a story in you and you want to learn how to tell that story, if you feel, I believe I was called to speak. As much as I have chosen this, and I never say this often, I just realized that's who I am. When I was in Miami, when I was in Columbus, Ohio, when I was in Chicago, when I was in Washington, D.C., when I was in New York, when I was in L.A., wherever I was, you heard my voice. So this is what I do now. And so at this stage of my life, I believe that where I am, that I'm living from this place, no test, no testimony. You bad, Mr. Brown. Been kicking cancer's butt for 21 years and you ain't got tired yet? Well, cancer ain't tired either. In fact, it's got a second wind. I didn't want to hear that. Whatever. Well, I got a third wind. I'm stronger. Not stronger, but stronger. I'm going to share with you what I've been taking and what I've been doing And it's very fascinating. Anybody that's going through some stuff, I want you to join me, okay? I'm gonna have a healing community on my Facebook. You have something special. You can have this, Giorgio. Thank you so much. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Thank you very much. Okay, uploaded on the mains.